Today we are feeding all of my ants, from Lasius neglectus to the one and only Carabera diversa. Stay tuned to see what happens and what I get up to. So up first we have the Lasius neglectus from last episode. As you can see, the test tube looks a bit different because they have moved in. And so what I've done is swap their old test tube to a brand new spick and span clean water test tube where they can just go in, get the water, and go out. Most of the food bowls you're seeing today are sponsored by the one and only Craft and Ant. Go ahead and use code podcast for 0% off your next order. Just joking, we haven't got one. There we go. Neglectors have been fed. Let's get a sneaky close up. Oh damn. It seems like they've doubled their numbers within a week. I'm not sure though. What do you guys think? We have another Lasius colony. This is Lasius niger, my biggest of the 7 that I have. These guys, for some reason, they actually had a strange reaction to me doing this. So I gave them some steak and some cricket. I had one escapee, obviously, but then something strange happened. The lid wasn't closing, so I turned it around. No escapees until then, and within maybe 30 seconds, there was a whole swarm that come out, and I forgot to give them sugar. So as you can see, I'm like, damn, do I just go back in there? But like, the more I watched, the more ants that piled out of this place.
Look at them.
Yeah, proper swarm.
I'm gonna let them calm down, then I'll give them some sugar, because fuck that.
Next up, we have the Mesa Barbarus, and strangely enough, these guys were also in a foul mood today. Maybe it was because I disturbed them straight away. Either way, the queen even came out, and I was like, I do not want to take this lid off, so I will come back to you guys later. Now we got the 4 Manica Rapida. These girls are still going strong, pretty proud with what they've managed to do. Unfortunately, we've got sad news about one of them. While I'm topping up their new dishes, again sponsored by the Crafting Ant, one of the queens who had their first workers is now without that worker. I've given them all a drop of sugar, some frozen cricket, and some frozen beef. I'm doing this just to give them a variety of a diet. Alright, it's not that much of a variety. And with the last dish placed, we're going to actually have a little look at all of these queens. In the yellow, we have... Da-da-da-da, nice brood pile. This queen has 2 workers and some eggs. She's looking pretty happy. Next, we have the other queen, who doing alright. And then lastly, we have this girl, who is getting an upgrade. Boom! A nice little blank screen for her, so she is now in the dark with like the others. Now we're back to the Mesa Barbers, who are actually showing their messy side at the moment. As you can see, their outward's getting quite, looks dusty, but it's actually cotton. Anyway, I'm giving them a new top of the range plate, so I can just quickly swap their old one out, give it a wash, and then it'll be ready to use again. So that's the good thing about these plates, by the way. I call them plates and dishes. You call them whatever you want to call them. But actually, I think they're called smiley faces. Now for the fun part. How many escapees do you reckon I'll have?
Like, there's no way for me to put her in. Right, give it. Oh my god, I put one in, freaking out. This is crazy. Droop, 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 droop. This is crazy. 3.5, I'm just gonna put some. Put the bitches back in there, back in there.
So yeah, I think the actual number of escapees was 8, maybe less. That's what I mean by like how annoying it is to open these. Now as you can see, the brood pile is growing. The queen looks obviously stressed because she's a stressy queen. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with the progression. These are the Nigers from just 5 minutes ago. They're just putting their sugar in now that they've all calmed down. And just like that, boom. Now this is another Lasius Niger colony. These girls are my smallest Niger colony. I caught them at the same time I caught my biggest. So there's definitely something wrong with the queen or the way I'm keeping her. even though I am keeping all my Nigers the exact same. You know, it could be anything. I have just given them a brand new test tube too. She's not worrying me. There is actually a lot of brood in with the queen. You'll see now. So yeah, these are the politicians that are on my shorts so often. I've given them 2 new tubes because they were just filthy. The next short will be going live, I think, after this video is out, so make sure you see that. Basically, these are what I'm raising to be future politicians because right now the UK is an embarrassment and we need some proper politicians to go in there and make this country great again. Another Niger colony, these guys have actually gone straight past their cotton, and to the point where I've just got to replace their other one. So there we go, replacement done. And again, steak, cricket, sugar. You know, it's that simple with these ants. These are my third largest, I think. Something funny happened here. When I picked out the Luna, their test tube actually fell, but no one actually escaped. There were no incidents. They didn't fall, it's just like they came off, so the test tube stayed where it was on my desk. Yeah, these girls I think are my second smallest. They're happy, they're content. It's not a race. These girls will be kept in just any other condition like my other Nigers. They do actually have a decent amount of brood. Now for the 6 sisters, i.e. my Campanotta sneaky appearances colony, who have been with me for about 3 months, maybe 4, and they're only just now starting to pick up pace. These girls are pretty easy to clean out when it comes to this kind of setup. As you can see here, the lid is off, no one's escaping, no escapees, and I'm just happily just getting rid of their food. And I think I actually get a brand new plate for them, so just goes to show how calm these girls are at the moment. There we go, 30 minutes later, still no escapees. Their new food dish is just going in now. So I've given these sugar and some of that Ansar Rust protein mix thing just to get rid of it, to be honest, because I'm not going to end up using it. Just want to see what the ants do with it, to be honest. Looking now, and like you can see just how much brood there is, and that there's still ant processing food. Pretty cool. The queens really are stunning. Look at this one on the right. It literally looks like a bee. Like that bright yellow gas there. It looks amazing, I'm not gonna lie. I think we are 7 minutes in and we're just approaching halfway. Here I have 2 new colonies that I got back about a week ago now, almost 2 weeks ago. We've got the Solenopsis fugax. These guys are tiny, so I apologize for the rubbish video, but there you can go, you can kind of see them there. And here we have the Monomoriums, Subucapum, I think they're called. These girls inbreed as well, which is pretty cool, because once they get to a decent size. Right now, they're nowhere near that size. All they need now is just protein, 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 sugar, sugar, sugar. And that's what I'm going to give them. I think they go from egg to worker in about 30 days. Let's take a look at that brood. So yeah, we're going to have quite the blow up soon. We got some fresh eggs in there, we got some brood, we got some larvae, we got some pupae, yeah. Now for the 3 pop-Fs, and my first one, I have a dirty test tube. There we go, that's quite quickly taken care of. But strangely enough, I am missing a lot of ants from this one. This is Myrmica rubra, my European fire ants, and for some reason they have moved out of their test tubes into the outworld. Let me take the lid off here and you can kind of see what's going on. I've just given them some fresh stuff, so excuse the freshness. Let's try and get a decent angle here. So I have no idea where the queen is. There seems to be a small pile of brood in that corner. The workers are still active. There's a few dead bodies about, but there's nothing to be concerned about for me. We just have to check these guys later and see how they are. Now for the little love devils, aka the Cremicasta scutularis, aka the cupids with their nice little heart casters. These girls have not changed. Still a lot of brood. I want to say I have about 150 workers and maybe double that in brood. I want to say these girls are expecting to blow up soon. Look at all the ant poo there. Just look at all these eggs and all this brood right in front of us. Little green tummies they have. And then there she is, the nice beautiful queen, surrounded by her queen's guard. And then our last Popeth holds probably my most venomous ants I own. These are the Tetraponera rufinigra. Now let me tell you, there's a few things going on with these that I do not understand. Like, look at this. Is this normal? Is that pupae okay? There's a couple others like it, just below. That's right there. Like, what's going on with this? Despite my worries, these girls are still eating and drinking normally. So, like, hmm, it is worrying me. I'm not gonna lie. The only concerning things I have found are small grain mites. The ants haven't got anything attached to them at all. I'm not sure if the mites are actually playing a role in their undevelopment. Let me know what you guys think. Here's one just taking a dead body out. So, yeah, I think they may eat their own bodies. Despite all of that, I can't take that black film off because it's actually somehow stuck to the pipette. And if I remove it, the test tube goes with it. So, I'm just leaving it alone. It wouldn't be an All My Bugs episode without all my bugs. So here is Pinky, my salmon pink tarantula. I got her from a show in Bristol. She hasn't really had much to say. She's pretty easy to keep. Here's Curly, my curly hair. So I believe this is a male, over 3 years old, and it's still pretty small for its size, so it might actually be a female. Yeah, I was just thinking then, like, I got this 3 years ago, and it's still the size of a 50p coin, so it's got to be a female, right? Like, anyway, here's Whirly. So I have Curly and Whirly. They were both given to me at AntCon 2023, gifted by none other than Ants Ramblin', or aka Tarantula Ramblin', aka Paul, who, again, shout out to him. Would love to have him on the podcast. Sorry, I feed them like once a week to 3 times a month. So it's not like I underfeed them or anything. I give them live food and they have plenty of water. My last tarantula I'll be showing you guys today is Junior. She is literally my oldest child. She has an attitude problem. Like, she is mean, but I love her so much. She has been with me through a lot. My kids call her their big sister because I got her before I got them. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for, Caravera Diversa. So, you guys haven't seen these for about 2 weeks now. They've been doing fine. I've had maybe 3 or 4 deaths that I've noticed. Here, I'm just cleaning out any grime that I can find, keeping these guys as clean as I can, and only giving them frozen food to prevent mite outbreaks. I'll be giving them a brand new dish as well because I don't want them to keep using the same old dish. They go through about 1 dish a week because, again, I'm trying to cut down on anything that goes near them. So I will take out 1 dish, give them a new one, clean the old dish, and repeat. I also swap their lids out. As you can see here, I'm actually swapping their back lid to the front lid, only because I noticed that the front lid had a bit of like sugar on it, and I didn't really care too much about it. I just wanted it to be a bit clean. But you can see they've got plenty of steak, plenty of cricket, and a few bits of sugar. I also watered down a tiny bit of their sugar and leave a tiny bowl of water in there as well. This is for humidity. And here we go. Just look at all those eggs. Absolute hundreds of them. My diverser are, as you can see, doing rather well. And I feed them daily. So if you got this far, all the way to the end, congratulations, you will now know that I have a solo diverser queen coming all the way from Dutchland. That's it. That's all the information you get. So guys, if you have liked this episode, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. My next video coming out is a Tetraprenera rufinigra. I will be sorting them out properly on camera. Stay tuned for that. I also have a few other videos coming out. Manica Rubida update, Diversa update, some new nests, another unboxing, and another nest, and a Manica Rubida, and a vivarium. So guys, go ahead and please remember to subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.